Now, Yom Kippur is upon us, and if you may not know what it's all about, we have Rabbi James Green here to tell us really all about it. Rabbi, thank you for coming here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
How often does somebody say Yom?
How often does someone say Yom Kippur as opposed to Yom Kippur? Probably about every other time.
Every other. So I was 50-50, I was okay.
That's right.
My whole life I've been saying it wrong.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make that better.
Now, it starts tonight. Tell me what's happening here.
Yeah, so every year at this time of year in the fall, the Jewish community gathers to take time to say we're sorry for things where we've missed the mark and to set new intentions for the coming year. And so we do that every year.
And a day of atonement, really, in this respect?
Yeah, so in Jewish tradition, the word for sin or for doing something bad comes from a term that's used in archery, which means to aim for the bullseye and to miss the mark. And so the thought is that even if you've tried to do everything right, as we hope people have during the course of the year, maybe there's a time when you have missed the mark. And so this is a time to say you're sorry for that and to try and set better intentions moving forward.
We're all human, after all, and we're gonna make mistakes. Now, speaking of, what can't you make a mistake with today? No eating, no drinking, stuff like that?
That's right, yeah. So during this 25-hour period from tonight till tomorrow night, people in the Jewish community will be fasting, so no eating and no drinking. People don't wear leather during that time as a way of thinking about how we adorn ourselves, right? We wear leather belts or leather shoes and we're dressed up. And so thinking about really simplifying things. People try to take a break from all of the things that you normally do to sustain yourself to make sure that you can make time for the spiritual work that needs to happen.
And then just to put it all really into context, this dates back to when Moses came down from Mount Sinai.
Yeah. So the Jewish community has been observing Yom Kippur in some way, shape, or form for thousands of years, and I think that it comes from a really human need to take time to recognize where we've erred in our ways, and listening to the sound of the shofar, which is a ram's horn that's blown on Yom Kippur, reminds us of the kind of the brokenness that we have and tries to encourage us to think about how we can repair ourselves moving forward.
Speak about that ram's horn there. It's a pretty big deal with that.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful sound. It really has a clarion call for making a turn, for making a change. And so it's used in Jewish tradition to think about how the sound, as it's blown, can sort of break open the hard places in your heart and help you become a better person, a better version of yourself in the year to come.
And then there are also some readings here as well. Is anything specific for that? Are there any specific prayers perhaps today?
Well, there certainly are. The holiday begins with Kol Nidre, which is a prayer that sort of annuls any of the vows that you've made, that you have tried to make, that you've tried to complete but haven't been able to. But these books are actually from PJ Library, one of our program partners. That's a international program. But these books are for our kids. And actually, one of the things that we tell people is that during Yom Kippur, learning how to say I'm sorry with intention, with meaning, is actually a really important thing. It's a great skill for children to see that they've made a mistake and be able to make amends for it. It's a hard skill enough as an adult if we can teach our kids how to do that. And so these are just a couple of books that I like to read to my kids to help them understand that saying you're sorry is a really important thing to help you grow as a human being and grow up to be a good person.
And then just real quick, Rabbi, you're located out of Springfield at the JCC there. Yeah. Is there anything, can people come here tonight, or are you doing anything for tonight?
So the JCC is closed for services. There are lots of synagogues in town, and I would encourage you, if that's something that you'd be interested in, to certainly go visit them. But the JCC is open every day except major Jewish holidays to try and be a place where everybody of every background can come and gather for social, recreational, physical education activities.